Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. We're playing Eyes Wide Shut, and we're about to get beat up by Flanigan. Yep, we know what you're doing. You wish to fight us? Actually, Signature Brace is correct. I took out a brute with my fist just yesterday. I'm not afraid of you. Haha, I ain't here to fight you. I'm here to tell you that I'm gonna find Bauer's kill and take care of him. Nobody gets away with murder on Mad Dog's turf unless I order it. You're taking the law into your own hand. You shall do no such thing. Yeah, just try and stop me, Copper. Now out of my way. Oh, Ace, this is a complication we certainly do not need. We must find Mr. Bauer's killer before Mr. Flanigan does. And to do that, we require clues. We know our victim frequented the barber shops. If you wish to head back there, let's do so at once. That's definitely not a good way to go at all. That seems extremely painful, and it's not a quick death. I mean, I wouldn't imagine it's a quick death. Oh. Alright, so obviously this stuff. See a gift box. Also see the handbag. Apple, cat, bone. That's very good. Why, I wonder what this box contains, Ace. Oh heavens, how risque. There's a corset in this box. Perhaps recovering this attached note should tell us who it belongs to. And this bag belongs to Adriana, the girl who entertained our victim before he was killed. I know Tech will crack that lock in a heartbeat. If you believe this torn paper could lead us to our killer, then we must piece it together. We must make haste, Ace. I dread to think what should happen if Mr. Flanigan finds our killer before we do. I agree. Obviously a ring. Oh, it's target. But they use bullets, not a candelabra. Why, this is a likeness to a victim, Ace, but it's a bullet hole straight through his head. Mr. Bauer may not have been shot, but this evidence shows that someone held a violent grudge against him. Perhaps Evie can determine who drew this. She's gonna call in Diego. And we'll just put that guy on our team. We use him so much. Whoa. The note on this corset reads, Christopher, I cannot go through with this. And it was signed by Gladys Perrin. I think I have an idea of just what our victim wanted from Gladys, but we must ask her regardless. You're right. There we go. Well, you open Adriana's bag, but the only thing inside is that wallet. The wallet itself is empty, except for this ID card, and it belonged to our victim. Could Adriana have stolen our victim's money, Ace? We know to talk with her first. And fast. Hello again, Miss Perrin. I apologize for being so direct, but since your Brace found this garment with a note from Mr. Bauer, precisely what could you not go through with? Oh, how'd you find that? Thing is, I've been a bit hard up. Being the barber's help don't pay too well. Mr. Bauer, he kept asking me to come back and work for him again. But I couldn't go through with it. I don't want to go back to being a scarlet woman, Ginger Brace. I want to make something of myself. We understand, Miss Perrin. How did Mr. Bauer react to your decision? Well, he tried to force me into it, but I refused. I just reapplied some lavender lust and soldiered on. Nobody can bring down the new Gladys, Signature Brace. It's not her. Can't be her. I like her too much. Looks a lot like She looks a lot like Miranda Lambert. Adriana, can you explain how your victim's wallet ended up in your bag? Alright, I admit I stole his wallet. Please don't arrest me, Senior Trooper Ace. Mr. Christopher always underpaid me, and when I asked Madame Zhang to make up the difference, she practically choked on her candy apple as I sobbed into mine. She said I could be happy enough that she gave me a roof over my head and oysters every other Sunday. I just wanted to save enough money for a fresh start, Senior Trooper Ace. I saw an opportunity and I took it. We understand your predicament, Adriana, but you lied to us before. Let's hope that you're not also lying about Mr. Bauer's death. I don't think so. I don't think she would have stolen if that were the case. Anyways, guys, we've got 9 hours. I'm gonna grab some stars. See you guys back here. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Let's finish off the lab. Ace, the drawing of the victim you sent me had me quite stumped. So I called for a little assistance from Diego. Called it. De Lobo is here, a botheration. Always a pleasure, Ace. Though I'm great to see that once again Madeline does not accompany you. Yeah, you'll have to make do with me. Now, what can you tell us about the drawing? You mean, apart from the very clear bullet hole in the middle of the victim's forehead, indicating that whoever drew this has access to firearms? In this godforsaken district, that could be anyone. You better have more for us than that, Mr. Del Lobo. I do. Look at the lines of the drawing. It's like whoever drew this held the pencil in their closed fist. It's someone short-tempered, not used to exercising patience. I was also surprised at finding it torn, Senior Trooper Ace. This was a perfect shot. The person who did this should have been proud, not frustrated, unless they have profound need to be the strongest. Like I say, the leader of a fearsome gang. Oh, so you mean like Finley Flanigan. Ace, I think Mad Dog has some explaining to do. You having fun with your ball? We're having so much fun. Oh, look, the coppers are back. I thought something stank. It ain't my lavender lust. Didn't I tell you not a lot to back off? Mad Dog don't take kindly to people disobeying orders. People who do that come to a sticky end. Well, is that what happened to Mr. Bauer? Senior Trooper Ace found the bullet hole you put through his likeness. Aha, you found that, eh? You ain't as thick-headed as you look. I wanted Bauer dead. That pigeon-livered hornswoggle thought he could set up business in my neck of the woods without giving me a penny. That ain't the way it works around here. I get a cut of everything which happens in Sinner's End. How else would I pay for me oysters? Well, usually it's like taking candy apple from a baby, but Bauer thought he were special. They didn't have to pay. Oh, so you killed him? Is that it? I wanted to, but somebody else got there first. A crying shame, but I'll take care of his killer. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, all this person had to do was wait a little bit, and he would have been done. Is Christopher Bauer's murder has proven to be complicated beyond measure. We know that Adriana stole her victim's money, but could she have actually killed him to do so? Then there's Gladys, who Christopher tried to force back into the business, and Finley Flanigan, who loathed their victim for encroaching on his territory. Each of our suspects has a solid motive for murder, but which one carried out the act? If it wasn't Mr. Flanigan, he might very well kill the culprit. Which means we must identify them as quickly as possible. And you're right, Ace. We should return to the scene of the crime at once. A little tiny. Again, Tuesday. Reveal. Right? Little surprise. Why we've been busy. This is obviously something. See the chest? There's a star there, but there's a chest here. Playing cards are right here. Clock and panties. When you're not, here I come. Good job. Good job, Tiny. Shrewd deduction, Ace. The killer must remove this candle from the candlestick holder, which they used to stab our victim. Let's collect the sample of that substance on the candle's base at once. And as for that chest, I do not dare put my hands in there. I shall let you search through it. So I told you, as this kid gets older, I mean, he never sat still before that, but even now it's even worse. Look, he doesn't chill ever. Oh my, the contents of that chest were rather interesting. I wonder what this paddle might be used for. Well, you're right. We don't have time for such questions, because you also found a bottle of lavender lust in the chest. We know exactly who enjoys smelling nice while is committing murder. Our killer. We must send the bottle to Viola at once. Hi, Tiny. Alright, so this is going to be the 15-hour one. What have we here? Doing happy feet? Happy feet, happy feet. Let us send a substance you collected from the candle to Viola swiftly. Alright guys, I got 15 hours. I'll see you guys in a little bit. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Criminal case on Facebook. Let's arrest this guy. And happy birthday, Haley. Ace, thank you for the perfume. I shall wear it to tonight's performance of The Importance of Being Earnest. Well, it was not exactly intended as a gift, Viola. We were actually hoping you might have found some clues on the bottle. I was only teasing Isaac. I found traces of a substance on the bottle comprising aluminum silicate and sodium carbonate. Two major ingredients needed to remove Ag2Z, otherwise known as silver sulfide. In plain English, Viola, the substance on the killer's perfume was silver polish, the kind used to restore or shine to lackluster accessories. Ooh, so our killer wears a silver accessory. Being put in prison will dull their shine, Ace. It's true. Alright, last clue. Ace, just when you thought you got in grips with Charlie's DNA machine, you managed to find a way to confound me. Determining the substance was easy enough. But the sample was so badly damaged, the DNA machine could not give me a result as to whom it belonged. But we need something to work with, Viola. We have a killer on the loose. Never fear, Ace. I fine-tuned the machine and finally managed to get some exploitable DNA from the sample. And it told us that your killer has brown hair. Well, I knew you wouldn't let us down. We're one step closer to serving our brown-haired killer justice, Ace. It's true. I do believe we have amassed all the evidence we need to arrest Christopher Bauer's killer, Ace. Let us proceed. I don't think it's any of the women. I think it's probably the... Let's see. I think it's probably this guy. Yeah, because it's not Flanigan. Yeah, it's definitely him. Mr. Willingham, you're under arrest for the murder of Christopher Bauer. What pushed you to such madness? Me? Kill someone? Why, I never heard anything so unbecoming of a gentleman. Then why did we find traces of your fragrance on the throw pillow you wiped your bloody hands on? Oh, Shenanigan's lavender lust is a fragrance du jour? Men and women everywhere are wearing it. But only you left traces of your silver polish on the bottle you lost at the crime scene. Silver polish? Why? It's a rare occasion that I polish my silver pocket. Give it up, Mr. Willingham. We have a machine which proves you pulled the candle from the holder and you used to stab the victim with. A machine? What devilry is this? I cannot defend myself against such science. I confess, I killed Mr. Bauer, but I was only trying to get my daughter back. Your daughter? Yes, she left 2 months ago without a word of warning. She was only 16. She left us a letter. She said she could not stand our backward way of thinking and that she was going to Paris. But I knew it couldn't be true. My little girl would never leave me. Amid my inquiries, I heard talk of Mr. Bauer, of how he would seduce girls from good families only to force them into sexual servitude. I became convinced he had taken her. And the victim confirmed it? Is that why he asked for money? Yes, he promised to tell me where my daughter was, only if I paid up. But then he laughed and said he'd never met her. I became enraged, and I just wanted answers, Senior Trooper Ace. So I took that candlestick holder and you stabbed him in the face. Yes, now I'll never know what became of my darling girl. I can understand the anguish of not knowing the fate of your daughter, Mr. Willingham, but this story which you've spun yourself resulted in a man's murder. You're under arrest. Guy did look like he was probably a scumbag. Mr. Willingham, you stand accused of the murder of Mr. Bauer. How do you plead? Oh, guilty, Your Honor, but that vermin robbed me of my daughter. Aye, better than most. Understand the pain of losing a loved one, Mr. Willingham. But no amount of grief justifies taking the law into your own hands. I was desperate. I just wanted to know what happened to my little girl. And you should know that I took it upon myself to investigate your daughter's fate, Mr. Willingham. And it transpires that, having consulted the Concordian Ferry Company's departure records, your daughter did indeed leave for Paris. You have therefore killed a man, admittedly one of questionable morals, based on false suspicions. And as such, this court has no other option but to sentence you to 15 years in prison. Wait, what? My daughter did go to Paris? I killed a man for nothing? Yeah, you did. What a tragic case. It appears Mr. Willingham could not cope with the departure of his beloved daughter. But to think it drove him to invent such a wild story, killing a man to avoid facing his grief. But you're right, we must now turn our attention to Confronting Flanigan. Our encounter with him was most concerning. His cockiness shows that he behaves himself above the law, and I dread to think what a man like that may be capable of. We must continue to investigate the Irish King's influence over Sinner's End, Ace. It's true. Alright guys, end of chapter 3. I'll see you guys in the additional investigation, which will be uploaded Sunday. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.